I mentioned to Tyler the other day, I said, so this might be happening. He said, oh, word. And then that's all. But, so anyway, we'll just start fresh from right here. And you're live, dude. We're back. I got lots of shout-outs to make. Dude, I went back and I listened to 2 old episodes of the cast. I listened to The Birds and the Bees, and I listened to Only Kings in My Circle.
I don't remember. I think I listened to the second and third episode.
I don't know if you recall Birds and the Bees, but that one was the one that was so hot that like it almost ended a relationship. It was foul.
Was that the one?
That was the fucking... It's when everything came to a head. And I listened to it. Well, dude, okay, so... And you're live, dude. We're we're live on a podcast for everybody.
Keep restarting, brother. But anyways, come on with it. Here's to you and your new beginnings, huh? Happy New Year.
New year, new me. But anyway, what was I saying about that? Oh, I just want to shout out McCoy because I got tea right here that has his honey in it. I've been on the tea pretty heavy lately. I wanted to... Shit, yeah. I wanted to shout out Riley because Riley just called me as we sat down to start this. And he said, I was just listening to the podcast, thinking of you.
And that's Riley, son of Chant?
Yes, dude, son of Chant of Idaho Falls. Nice. So that was cool. That was a win. I could only give him 2 minutes of my time because obviously, you know, as a professional podcaster, duty calls.
At some point, you got to take it serious, and he's going to have to understand that.
Yeah, sorry about it, Ryan. I wish I would have more time for you just now. And then what I wanted to tell you is I went back and listened to 2 podcasts, 2 old ones. The Birds and the Bees, which if you remember was a little firecracker. That was dramatic at the time.
There were some feelings. There was some rebuttals.
I listened to the first 45 minutes of it, and I went, yo, you didn't need to say any of that, guys. And I laughed my ass off, too. Like, laughed really hard. But I was like, I can take this podcast down, this episode. That doesn't need to be there. And then the last 30 minutes, like we always do, dude, full circle with us and Yancey, we freaking get down into it, and it gets real, and it's like, just the classic shit we always do about, yeah, dude, we fucking rule. We're moving in the right direction. It built us up. And I went, why would you ever take this off the internet, Braxton? This is freaking gold.
And I think so maybe looking back, it probably is a good idea because I vividly remember standing in the shop telling you, you don't have to edit shit to make other people feel good, but you can if you want. Because I didn't want you to edit the shit out. And but it was new enough we hadn't really done a whole shitload of editing.
I was so happy to go back and listen to it.
You stuck with it, and it's probably a good thing that you did edit the shit out that you did. Otherwise, you might have been like, yeah, this needs to come down.
It would have been real bad, and it wasn't too bad. There was lots of funny bleeps. There was a bleep, I don't even remember what I bleeped. I'm glad I did. It made me laugh when I heard it. I don't know what was underneath it.
You got a little bleep heavy at the start. It made me laugh so hard just that there was a random bleep. And
we had to. You don't understand, brother. We've come a long ways. Yeah, that was funny, too. But, I mean, this isn't the same thing that we did a long time ago. Which, listening to all that stuff, this journey that we've been on, dude, shout out to our frickin' 20 listeners for doing this with us. How much fun. How cool are we?
Dude. We're the coolest. What do you think's going to happen with that review you sent me?
So, did that sound like it was AI generated to you?
Well, here's what I can say about it. They didn't listen to every episode if that was what they came to.
Didn't listen to a single episode. I think I said 3 things to them about us each, and then they just put our bios, all the bios for every episode into like an AI thing and said, write an article. And I paid them $25, and to be honest, it's going to be fun as hell to read on here when it's all done.
Yeah, it will be sick. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
It is hard to tell.
I definitely would not be surprised at all if it was a computer.
Nah, hey, dude, it's not buddy?
I don't give a fuck if it's authentic, if a person wrote it or a computer did. If it brings another 100 listeners on over, fucking
true, dude.
$25.
Honestly, with how good it makes me feel, I was like, that's the cost of a 30 rack of Keystone. And for $30, I'll have somebody write an article about how cool and funny I am and how great my podcast is.
Yeah,
money well
all
spent.
All the money you're going to be saving now, you're golden. Mm-hmm. 25 ain't going to kill you.
Dude, do you remember Lonesome Dove?
Bruh.
When Gus says he spent the money to have sex with the prostitute / Jake's girlfriend, and then she spent the money on the horse, like to buy her a horse, and then Gus says, money well spent, Jake, both times. Nice. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah, that's when Jake rides into town all dressed up with her, and he's supposed to be taking her to California or wherever they're headed. He's all
San Francisco. And you know what he says to her? We'll touch on a little domestic violence just real quick out the gate. He says, she says, yeah, Gus came over here and he wanted to have sex with me since I'm a prostitute. And he turns and he slaps her across the face. Uh-huh. And I was watching that with my sweetheart the other day and I went, oh boy, the trigger warning. And then he says, I reckon you slept with him, didn't you? If I'm wrong, you can hit me back. And then I went, honestly, that was kind of fair. Yeah. So she didn't hit him, and everybody went about their business.
She knew what she'd done. She'd been a little hussy. He called her on it. She paid for it. They moved on.
Sorry, I don't mean to just do a recap of Lonesome Dove, but that's pretty hilarious.
Dude, if we spent every episode for the next 10 years just recapping Lonesome Dove, I would never not get on this computer weekly to do that with you.
There's not a better film in cinematic history.
There is.
Well, miniseries. Television history, honestly.
Yeah, I really don't think there is. There's just so much to be learned from it.
I watched Dave Chappelle's special.
I watched that a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, and man, I liked it.
Mm-hmm. Dude, and you know how mad I was that Chris Rock was preaching the whole time?
Yeah. How funny was it when he made the fucking joke about Chris Rock? He was kind of bashing on him a little bit in this special.
He made a lot of jokes.
Not hard, but like buddy to buddy fucking.
He did, and you know what else he said? Here's what he said at the end, and I went, oh, Dave Chappelle released a special about this. I was just saying this the other day. You remember the Buddhist principle where you are the pirate, you're the Somali pirate, and you're also the victim? Towards the end of it, he's making a big point, which you could return to the jokes a little more often, but whatever. And he says, so that's what I'm telling you. I'm Will Smith. I can't take it. I'm going to slap the shit out of the next person that says something cross to me or someone I love. And I'm also Chris Rock, getting slapped in front of the world and having to keep my composure. And I heard that and I went, God damn, we are all connected, dude. And Dave Chappelle gets it. And that's why his comedy's fucking good.
You ain't shitting. My favorite part was when he was making fun of when Chris Rock, he did it in Chris Rock's voice. What the hell you want me to do? Go up there and slap him like I didn't have parents? Yes, motherfucker. That's exactly what we wanted you to do. Dude, that cracked me the fuck
Dude,
up.
I
little
cackled.
Bitch. Go stand up for yourself. Yeah, that's what we wanted, jackass.
I laughed out loud so hard multiple times at that special, and it was fun to do.
That was good shit. You getting teed up, Papa? I thought you was going to be on the booze.
Just in case. Once I pound through this tea, I'll crush a 16-ounce Busch beer.
Sick, dude. Too bad your old lady ain't around to smack the shit out of today, huh?
Dude, she's been in Southern California, and I'm going to be honest with you. It's kind of nice. I just watch whatever I want to watch on the TV. I listen to whatever I want to listen to on the podcast. I just get up and I vacuum immediately because nobody's sleeping.
I think, and I truly believe this, that you just needed an emotional support human to get you to commit to it and get yourself out to Texas. Now you'd be fine.
I think so. I think that it's going to be smooth sailing. But what I really don't want to have to do is edit this podcast a lot, you son of a bitch. But anyway, enough with the inside jokes. Anyways. What else is going on? I listened to some... You know what's funny? I guess since I'm editing, is what I have in my notes first off, and I wrote that a week ago when I dropped her off at the airport. It's got a whole new meaning now.
Sick.
Anyway, all right, what's going on with you, brother? You're having the time of your life. You're having father-son time.
Yeah, oh, dude, actually, we had it out today. So Wade and Gunner, between the two of them, and my house and their parents' house, there's an Xbox, 2 PS5s, a virtual reality gaming system, and my Xbox, plus a smart TV in every room with YouTube, Netflix. Wade OD'd on the shit today, officially. I told him yesterday, we cleaned a little, and I said, look, tomorrow's my last weekend day with you guys. There's some shit that has to be done, like hours of it, all the laundry, homework, cleaning the whole house. Like, everything's got to be done up tomorrow, so it's going to be
bit of a project.
Morning. So this morning, I pull them off the shit. I get them off the junk. They're off the TVs.
Right. You had to go up behind him with a lasso and, like, pull him away from the control.
Yeah, it's like when McCall's beating the shit out of that dude and Gus fucking
yeah, dude, that's exactly what it is. Nice Lonesome Dove reference.
So
thing.
I get him off the shit. Gunner does fine. He doesn't really go through, like, shaky withdrawals. He can pretty well do with the stuff or do without the stuff. He's pretty all right.
It's an older brother thing, I think.
Wade's immediately not okay. His brain's short-circuiting because he's been on too much fucking electronics. And so we get through a shitload of laundry. So long story short, we go through 5 hours this morning of things going reasonably okay, but Wade just really not listening, keeps fucking around, doing everything he's not supposed to do, really pushing the buttons to the point where I'm pissed and talking to him like, hey, I've had enough. You're going to get whooped. Like, I'm over it.
Uh-huh.
And so finally we get done with a bunch of homework and the clothes and shit. I said, all right, just put your shit on. Because Echo's friend was coming to get him to take him to decorate Echo's house for her birthday or some shit. So I said, get your shit on. Wade puts his pants on with dirty underwear and his jacket on with no shirt.
Yes.
That was it.
Let's ride.
That was the last straw. I had your clothes laid out in a pile. You chose not to do what I told you, so I grabbed him and I swatted his ass and I said, I'm done. Just do what the fuck I told you. That's it. Just do what I asked you to do. That's all.
Yo,
Meltdown.
You don't say.
Down. So he's fine for a second. He gets the big alligator tears and looks at me and I said, you stand with your nose on that wall till you're done with your fit. I asked you over and over this morning to not get us in this situation. Now that we're here, I'm not going to feel bad. You put your nose on the wall and you chill till you're done crying. So then, of course, he's fucking crying hard. And then, so I tell him, deep breaths. We get him calmed down. I said, you're good now. Get upstairs and get your shit on or you're not going to go. Gunner will go and you can stay here and keep doing clothes. He goes upstairs, and I shut the TV off as he goes up. He thinks it's still on, so I can't hear him. He goes upstairs and starts mocking me, telling him to go wash the tears off his face in a high-pitched voice to Gunner. Bruh. I couldn't believe it as I was walking down the hallway. I was like, no, that's a TV. That's not. There's no way.
Oh, no.
I get to the bottom of the stairs, and I said, what the fuck did you just say? And Gunner just, he said it was a teary, he said, and Gunner's, and I'm like, Wade, what did you say?
Yeah, dude, and his whole body's cold now.
Dude, so now he's just
scrambling.
Can't talk over his tears. So I call his mom, she's in Vegas. I had called 3 minutes before that. She didn't answer. I called again and she ignored it in that moment. I'm talking to him. I'm like, what the fuck is the deal here? Like, you're this close to getting a good whooping. Like, that ain't going to work for me. So his mom texts, is everything okay? And I said, no, it's not okay. That's why I fucking called twice. Your son's having a mental breakdown. And he is just about to get lit up. So you might have to get on the phone with him. They talked for 4 minutes. He was semi-good after that. And then he went to Savannah, went and did the shit. I told her thank you. And she said, well, yeah, he's not like Gunner. He doesn't respond to yelling and spanking the same way. And I said, I completely understand that, Echo. But he left the room we were in and went upstairs and mocked me in a high-pitched voice disrespectfully to Gunner. And she even said, oh, shit. You didn't whoop him. Like, yeah.
Damn, dude.
Dude, I was hot.
You guys had a whole journey.
Yeah, but I could see in his eyes as it was happening that me being upset was not helping. It was immediately making it so that he just couldn't talk and was crying.
It was too much.
And then I came to the conclusion, just too much time on GTA, Call of Duty, all this shit. He just left reality for a little bit, forgot how the real world works. So now they're sitting upstairs watching nothing but Netflix. And when they click on a show, they have to watch the whole episode or the TV's off.
Cool. I like that.
Yeah,
that's pretty smart
anymore. You guys get mild TV for the rest of the afternoon.
All that electronics, that'll freaking spin you out, dude. That'll fry your brain a little bit. Like, you need to run sometimes, you know what I mean? Especially as a kid. Like, a little run probably could have done him good.
God damn, I should have done that today.
God, but just a full-fledged meltdown, that's nice. Yeah, well, good job, dude, getting a nice, tender, motherly touch involved when it was necessary. You can see that sometimes as a parent, and there's options that you can, decisions you got to make, you know? I think you made a good one.
Yeah, when I called her the second time, so he's at the top of the stairs, and he's looking at me, and I realized, like, we now have confirmation. You just went upstairs and were fucking mocking me to your brother. I said, bring your ass into the living room. So I'm sitting on the couch, and he's standing up, and I'm just eye level with him. I said, come on, say all that shit you had to say. Say it just how you said it to your brother. You had some shit to say about me. Say it again. Just say it to me. I don't know why you need to go upstairs and say it. Say it to me. And he's just looking at me like, I'm not going to say it. And I was like, come on, you got some shit to say? And I smacked his stomach. I said, get it off your chest. Tell me, big man. Let's talk about it.
Damn, so you just beat him up kind of emotionally.
It was the way the tears, and I just didn't know how. I was like, I'm calling you, Mom. I just stared at him and showed him I was calling her. Talk to your son.
Yeah, dude. And there's a breaking point we all get to eventually, especially when we get cooped up for a few days with our loved ones. You know how it is.
Yeah, for sure.
And also, dude, we all make mistakes. Remember how you've kind of made mistakes before sometimes?
When?
If I stare at the TV for a whole weekend, I'll act cross with somebody that I shouldn't be, you know.
Nice. That's sick, dude.
But anyway, that's just me empathizing.
For sure. So that's how our morning went. Yeah, it's been all hugs now. We're all good. We're all back on the same page.
That's cool, dude.
But there's fucking rules in this house, and they ain't changing today. They're not changing next week, so we're gonna have to find
keep
a different
sticking to
avenue to get this to work than changing things in the house to make it work for your cry fit. That's not gonna work.
Damn. But you guys did other things too, like you went and got haircuts and did lots of smiling and playing and giggling.
Yeah, we've been out and about.
It was a nice weekend, all in all.
Oh, yeah, they had a blast. They've been doing whatever the fuck they want. All electronics, snacks, fucking food. Yeah, they've been getting down. Wade's cat's here just being a fucking crazy. Now that I beat story mode on Red Dead, I've just turned Wade loose on it. He's in love. He can't get enough of it.
Just going around being a cowboy all the time?
Yeah, I told him, I said, don't you get bounties on my head, okay? Paid up on bounties. You don't shoot people or their horses. But animals are free game, dude. Kill them all.
That's fun. That's the way a kid should be playing Red Dead Redemption, honestly.
That's what he does. He just cruises around, and he'll waste 100 rounds of ammunition on a squirrel or a bird that's too far away. He'll just shoot until he's out of range.
And it'll keep him occupied, tell you what.
The funniest thing is he doesn't get the camera control with the turning. So he'll get his gun on something as he's going past, and then his guy will keep turning, and his horse just keeps going straight until it hits a rock, flips over, and he's like, oh, gosh dang it.
Dude, that happens to me all the time, though. That's from 5 to 25, dude. It gets us all.
Yeah, it'll happen.
I watched a very funny podcast today, made me LOL. It was Bad Friends with David Spade.
Oh, Bobby Lee showing up late?
Did you see this?
Yeah. Yes,
oh,
sir.
my gosh. Did you watch the whole thing, or did you see clips?
No, I started it. I think I watched the first 15 minutes of it, and then I've seen a handful of clips.
Okay. It was so funny. It was just that. It was just Bobby Lee showing up and then just being aggressive. And David Spade's so cool and funny.
He is, too.
Watching David Spade, I was like, I want to be like him.
Yeah, I think that people think that David Spade doesn't have a lot of work because he's not that great, but I think he doesn't care about a lot of stuff.
I think he's like, cool, this has been a nice path for my life. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll just
I have enough money to live.
Yeah.
I can party with those.
Do stuff that's funny. And he's got a podcast now. Obviously, it's not going to be as successful as our podcast, but David Spade and Dana Carvey are.
I don't even. Oh, Dana Carvey? Dude,
I think so, yeah.
He's kind of the man, dude.
I guess everybody loves him. I never really, I know he's an all-time
You should
classic.
watch his micro impressions. Most of the impressions I do come from watching Dana Carvey do impressions. The peanut butter cup. That's Dana Carvey for sure.
Probably all of Dana Carvey's, all of a lot of people's impressions of people are based off Dana Carvey's impressions of people. Like, he's been doing this stuff.
That's probably fair.
Dude, I might light up another ciggy.
You should. Light up 6. He ain't got no one coming home.
Why?
She's in Cali.
Yeah. Nobody is coming home today. That's right. Now, listen. Fuck. Anyway, what else is going on,
dude? You got
dude?
those sick-ass pink earphones, dude.
I honestly think they're fashionable. And look how good I look, bro. Have you... Oh, is anything going on in the news?
I don't watch it.
Okay, well, I guess that's all I got then. We want to just call this a pod snippet and get out of here.
Dude, I don't mind that. We just start doing Snippet Wednesdays. And it's just the start of a pod that didn't take off. I don't mind that a bit, dude.
That's funny. But anyway, sorry. My mind's a prison.
There's so much I want to talk about, but I can't without you editing.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I got.
I'm
at a roadblock.
What's on the agenda for, the next 6-7 days? What are we looking at? Are we going to game heavy and make a plan?
Dude. Get to sniffing? Listen, dude.
No one knows what's out there. You might have to sniff around, take a look.
Number one priority is getting my nostrils to work, but number 2 priority is, honestly, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what the plan is. I would like to get myself a nice routine. I know that if I go to bed early and I wake up, not even early, but before 8, I have an energy and a desire and a willpower and a direction, and I'm in tune and zoned in. And if I stay up till 1 o'clock, it doesn't matter when I wake up. I'm freaking groggy and unreachable, you know?
Yep.
So if I want to get my sleep schedule under control, I want to stop talking about getting my sleep schedule under control because I've been doing that for like a year and a half.
Yeah. We can say in that year and a half you've gradually gotten closer, though.
I have. I'm doing better. Like last night, I shut it down at 11:15. I said, I'm done. I'm going to bed. And then I woke up at 9. I just slept for like 10 hours straight, and I felt great.
I did that the other night on Red Dead when I hit 100% on story mode. I seen it, and then I realized it was just after 10. And I was like, all right, well, let's check out a couple other things. Then I just stopped, turned it off, and said, no, probably a good time to get in bed.
You know it'll grab a hold of you and keep you, hostage until morning.
Before I drove home from work last week, I went to bed. I got off work. I left there at like 4. And I got home, and I drank booze like I always do until about 8 o'clock. And then I got in bed at 8:30, fell asleep at 8:45. Didn't wake up until my alarm at 3:30, got on the road at 4. Bruh, I rolled into Blackfoot at fucking 2 in the afternoon.
That's so cool.
Premium. Just enough
it's possible.
time. Get
we can't
kids
do it.
picked up. It was everything I wanted it to be.
God dang, dude. Yeah, see, that's what I want to do. And if I do that every day, I can have good days. And if I have a lot of good days, then I'll have like a good life.
Yep.
But lately, my mind's a bit of a prison. My mom has been like calling and texting every day, going, "Are you lonely yet? I figured you'd be getting lonely. It can get lonely so fast." And I say, "No, I'm doing all right. This is kind of cool. It's good."
Does she
goes,
not
"Call me."
Your dog?
No, and I mean, I'm not gonna tell her.
Such a great response, dude. I love that.
But
she
anyway.
probably doesn't need to know for that matter.
But my mom's been involved, and that's been nice. And it's nice knowing I got people that care about me, dude.
It is nice, G.
But it's weird and isolating being down here just by myself.
When are you gonna buy a motorcycle? When's that gonna happen?
Honestly, I think I would buy an electronic bicycle.
That's about it.
First for like $800. I almost bought them when we got down here, but then the guy selling them to me was a little too old and creepy.
Good thing you didn't buy 2 of those, huh?
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't for a lot of reasons, but I'll tell you this, dude. When we were buying them, I felt the vibe go sour, and we walked away, and immediately she's like, "Nope, let's go." And I said, "You felt that too?" She said, "Yeah." And I said, "Let's get out of here, dude." So,
I've been sitting on the TV watching videos of guys doing Harley trips to, I think it's Whitefish, Montana.
Yeah, dude, I fell in love with a woman from Whitefish,
Montana
like, when I was
me
17.
And Braxton are like the best friends in the world. If I could get him to get a Harley Softail and we just put a bedroll, a tent, and a couple cowboy hats and bags and just fucking headed places for 5 days, we'd have so much fun.
Those are the memories I need, dude. I often wonder what it'd be like to travel with somebody that has a good attitude a lot of the time.
Dude, it'd be sick, man. One day when I don't have like responsibilities, I'll do it with you.
Cool, dude. I hope that one day I have responsibilities. You know what I heard today?
What?
I heard that this might be true. If you don't pick up the responsibilities that are in front of you, then tyrants will pick them up and like use them against you and beat you with them. What's that even mean, dude?
I would assume it means that, well, I guess the tyrants would be people around you that already know you're supposed to be doing it and use the fact that you're not doing it to make you feel like shit for not doing the things that you know you want to do.
That's true, but tyrant sort of assumes that like this person's not on your friends list.
I make a monthly payment to that tyrant.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he signs your paychecks. I thought you were going to say I got a tyrant. He's my boss for 3 weeks every month.
Nah, he's not much of a tyrant.
I was going to say his name's Tyler, jackass.
Nice. Nah, he's a bit of a loose cannon, but you tell him a couple sweet things about himself and get him on some alcohol, smooth sailing.
Yeah,
and just don't be Braden. He won't make too much fun of you.
Brother, and the power of a compliment, my God, how easy is that?
Yeah, seriously.
I'm going to start complimenting people more.
You should. It makes you feel all the time.
Dude, 4 days a week, probably 3 to 5 days a week when I go out and I just cruise down the beach, I just cruise around. People wave at me like I'm glowing, like have this magic energy about me. They wave like they're excited to see me.
They're on beaches in Texas, and you should be as happy as they are.
No, I am.
On the beach in the middle of the day with no responsibility. Fuck, I'd be waving with my hand and my wiener same time. I'm so happy to see you. Fuck's that guy?
Yeah, I guess that does happen when it's more sunny out. I thought it was just my energy, honestly.
And you ought to try the old East Texas Tank Tan. We've been saying you need to do that.
I'm going to do it before I come back. The days are getting longer, dude. There's just more and more opportunity every day.
Nice. You're going to be a little outdoor tank tanner. We're not going to be able to keep you off the shit.
Honestly, if I did it once and then I had a good day, I would probably, like, fully think that that's going to cure me, and I'd get heavy into it for a while.
Yeah, you'd be lappist up, holding them legs back, letting it
I'll get up in the morning and be like, all right, today I'm going to try and drink a glass of water before I do anything else, and then I'll just drink a glass of water and have like a decent morning and go, I cracked the code, dude. Oh, I can be happy.
That is like kind of your play.
It's
that
probably
or
not
read
that.
3 sentences in a book and go, oh my God, it all makes sense. You think I'm the only one that's a dreamer, but I'm not. You just believe your dreams a lot more than I believe mine. You believe your dreams for way longer than I believe mine.
I get
mine
real
are like
attached.
an 8-hour turnaround rate, and then I'm like, yeah, it was never realistic.
You can just drop them off, too. You don't get real attached. But you're like that with ladies. You're like that with a lot of things. You've been like that with jobs, probably.
Yeah.
I can't. Like, every job I ever had, I, like, probably cried when I left. Like, I'm so sorry, guys.
Oh, wow.
Not to their face, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm leaving them. Like, even the restaurant, I made, like, $12 an hour. And I was like, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
sorry.
always left things with well, fuck it.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to start leaving things that way. Like,
is what it is. I can feel good about it. I can feel bad about it. I can feel any way about it. Doesn't change what's happening, so I'm just going to choose not to enjoy it. It's not showing me your phone.
I can see that. It's Mason's.
Nice. Probably ought to get on it.
What's up, dude?
What's my number one baby girl up to?
Dude, I'm just sitting here ripping a pod with the Yantstown.
Oh, word up, G. Well, I'll let you go. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, dude, it ain't no interruption at all. What's up? You just calling chit-chat?
Yeah, I talked about my arrival in Texas.
Okay, cool. I love that. I'll call you back here in a bit.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, love you. Bye.
What's
Mason's coming to visit me.
Tejas for?
To visit me, dude, for my birthday.
Sick.
Yeah, and so he says, I want to come down. I might do it. I said, you have to. It'd be so cool. I said, it'd be super cheap. It'd be easy. And then, like 30 minutes later, he goes, well, my girlfriend's going to be selling fiber down there. She can go down there to sell if she wants. So we just might as well make a big trip out of it, like 10 days or something. And I said, okay, cool. So I think they're going to come down, get like a bed and breakfast, and frickin' settle in for 10 days. She's got work to do, so he and I can just hang out, but, you know, she'll be around to comfort us all. It's going to be nice.
You guys are going to get as fuck, dude.
Yes, I know. How cool is that? On the beach with my dog?
Sick.
I'm going to charter a boat, and we're going to go out and frickin' catch fish. It's like $100 a person to do shit like that. And a guy teaches you everything you need to know about fishing on the ocean.
You guys are going to have so much fucking fun.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm going to be a little scared hermit for the next 7 weeks or however long.
So what's
and then he's going to be here about March 11th.
Yeah, it's how you live your life, you little fucking hermit.
And then I'm going to fully come out of my shell and be like, oh, I never want to go home. And then have like 3 weeks left here and have to bounce.
Nice.
That's probably what's going to happen.
Give you be something to be broke up about on your travels home.
But anyway, I'm very excited, dude, for them to come visit. And it's going to frickin' brighten the whole universe.
It's going to be all time, dude.
I could use something like that, honestly, dude. I do miss my friends. And it sucks because I'm not good at like
I just realized?
What?
That I could probably stand outside my screen door and smoke while we do this podcast.
You could, dude. Stick that little mic out there.
We'll
you should. It'd be fun. I might have to lose a layer, dude. I'm getting toasty. Okay, and we're back from that little smoke break.
Here we are.
I watched Shane Gillis on Theo's podcast, and Shane started out saying, dude, whatever we say, they're just going to say, the two great comedic minds of our time have done it again. We're just going to sit here and talk shit for it. And then the top YouTube comment was, two greatest comedic minds of our time, and it made me laugh. I went, oh, sick comment, dude. Have you noticed how YouTube comments are like different than the rest of the internet's comments?
I don't read YouTube comments.
Oh, really? You should start trying it sometimes. They're all positive.
You know what I'm going to try? I'm going
What?
to try setting down my microphone like you do.
Yeah, and it picks up so much that you don't even have to be that close to it, I don't think. Anyway, what are you supposed to try? Oh, YouTube comments are positive, like, all the time. It's so strange. It's just like, this is the best thing ever. I'm so glad I found this. This is exactly what this world needs.
Do you ever watch Your Mom's House?
No, I try and stay away from it.
There's a Tom Segura. There's a segment of it where there's this girl. It's in Oregon or Washington or some liberal hippie ass place, and she just basically vlogs her whole life. Like, hey, I'm a small town coffee shop owner, and I'm going to the gym today. And she looks like Peter Griffin, but and then you go to the comments, and it is just harsh, dude. It's just people. Like one of them is just hate from Australia. One of her shirts says, "Let me pray for you," and then one of the comments has a bunch of praying hands that prays you won't do another one of these videos. It's just constant shit talk, dude. It's fucking funny as
dude,
shit.
there's some people on the internet that everybody rallies around and hates together. That's a crazy thing about the internet.
That's the crazy thing about people, dude. Like,
Dude.
oh, you guys hate her too? Let's get on board.
Oh, I think I'm going bald.
Bruh, I don't even want to hear it. Look at this fucking shit.
Shit, put that hat back on, quick.
Quick.
God, now I feel like I look
That's
gay
it,
as
dude.
fuck.
May.
I'm tired of being insecure, bro. We gotta
May.
shut this off.
I'm shaving
You're
my
gonna
head
do it.
bald
Why May?
because summer will be here and I'm tired of fighting the fact that I'm going bald.
Yeah, but why in May you're gonna do it?
Yeah, because it'll be getting warmer outside. Maybe even March.
You want to stay warm with that tiny little patch of hair you have on the top of your head. I got
yes,
you.
sir. Yep.
Did
I
you
might even do
see-
something crazy like shave just chops onto my face and then do a skullet and just rock it for a couple weeks.
I would love if you did that, like Jesse Ventura. Oh, that'd be
Oh,
nasty, dude.
yeah. But with big
did
red
you-
chops.
Everybody else has talked about this on their podcast that I listen to, but did you see about the Jewish people building tunnels in like Brooklyn, in New York?
Nope.
Yeah, like Hasidic Jews, like they look like Amish and they, talk in a lot of Hebrew and stuff. And apparently, for like months, the neighbors that live in the suburb have been like, yeah, we've been hearing lots of noise, so they made a couple complaints. And then I can't remember what happened, but they found out they fucking busted them. And they were building huge-ass underground tunnels. I think it went next door to the women's clothing store from their little... I don't know what's going on, dude. But it's crazy.
Why were they going to the women's clothing store?
I don't know. Maybe to just find a cute lady and bring her into their tunnel. I don't know what they're up to. And if I could show you
There's
the
something kinda
videos
romantic
of
about
this,
that.
you would lose your mind, dude. It's just like Amish-looking people with round hats and big beards, like climbing out of a sewer grate and like running for it from their little tunnels that they've dug. It's crazy.
It kind of makes sense that would be what the person looks like that's just in New York in this day and age going, let's build a tunnel.
Let's get. We got to get
And
underground.
then an Amish dude just pops out, hey, what the fuck? And they're just running with their shovel.
Dude, and then I don't know if this is going to be a bust, but I was laughing my ass off listening to War Mode, and old Billy Boy's talking about, he goes, yeah, I've been looking into tunnels, like, on YouTube and stuff, but, like, nobody just gives you the lowdown on regular tunnels. There's, like, huge tunnel projects and constructions that they do stuff on, but nobody goes like, all right, you want to build a tunnel in your backyard? Here's how you do it. Nobody knows how much dirt you got to move. Nobody know like particulars.
That's funny
I was
as
laughing
shit, dude.
so hard.
That could be
But,
your calling, dude. You could just make YouTube tutorials on digging
shit that
tunnels.
there's nobody. The shit
Right
people
here,
really
this kind
need.
of an undercut. You're risking your life. We're going to have to take that out. That could slide at any moment.
You know when you started, before we started this podcast, how for years you'd talk with your friends and you'd go, I should have a podcast. I should have a podcast. You did that, right? In a similar way, and this is something that I should have done years ago that I never did, but when I was hanging out with my guitar picking buddy that's so good, when he was teaching me all these country songs, when it was only us listening to Zach Bryan and Tyler Childers, like nobody else was, and he was teaching me how to play them, and there were no tutorials on YouTube for these people. I always thought, like, I can just record him. He can teach it just how he teaches me to, like, an intermediate guitar player. Not beginner bullshit, not frickin' really hard stuff. And we'd have been famous, dude. We'd have been rich. We'd be chilling now.
It's never too late.
Well, he's got a wife and kids, so I don't think he'll let me just come do guitar tutorials.
Well, if you get close enough to start driving a wedge, you can get rid of that wife. I don't know about the kids.
And
That
then
kinda
maybe it'd
depends
work
on how
out.
much of a daddy is. Yeah.
And then
You
that
can play
does,
God a little bit in his life.
and then I have one more hilarious thing to say if people haven't stopped listening to me by now. So, I'm not going to name any names, but a family friend I was talking to the other day, he's like 50 years old, and he's a bit of a free spirit, and he's played guitar his whole life. And his next big venture, I think he just quit his job and he's got a lot banking on this, is he says, I'm going to start doing YouTube guitar tutorials for, like, beginners. Because there's nothing on YouTube. You go look at YouTube for, like, guitar tutorials or whatever, and it's all, like, intermediate, how to play this stuff. I'm just going to do beginner stuff. And I said, okay, dude, I'm sure there's no videos like that on YouTube.
I was going to say, the guy I learned every song I've ever learned is his whole slogan is beginner guitar lessons.
I know. If there's anything on YouTube, it's beginner guitar lessons.
And then you watch him play and you go, oh shit, you're not even intermediate. That's why you're doing this.
Well, I don't know what it is. I wonder if he's really good, so his algorithm is just really good guitar players. So he goes, look, there's nothing on YouTube that's for me. For beginners.
Has he gone to the search bar at the top?
Brother, I don't know what's going on. And I could even have the story reversed, and he's like, I'm going to do expert guitar tutorials. It's all beginner stuff. But either way, I remember thinking, it's already on YouTube, right? If it's a guitar tutorial, you're not going to be like, we're going to teach pentatonic scales, and everybody's going to go, whoa, nobody did that on YouTube.
Now, I just had a thought, and this could be a business venture for you.
Okay.
Of the tutorials that are not on YouTube, and I don't know how we could do this without them demonetizing it, but if you started a tutorial on the East Texas Taint Tan and just really got down to this is how many people can't be like if you drove this 2 miles of beach and you saw more than 2 people, shut it down. There's too many people. You can't
this
do
is
it. You could really
the process we
walk
go
them
through.
Yeah, but if 45 seconds you haven't seen a person, you have about 2.5 minutes to get out there and tan that taint for 5 minutes and then shut it down. Or you're looking at a public indecency charge. Okay.
Oh, that's so fun, dude.
And then you could branch off. You could do private taint tans. You could do public taint tans. I mean, you could show them all the places that you can really tan that taint.
And with how lonely I am sometimes, it'd be good to, like, start vlogging my life. And, yes, and obviously charging up from the astral realm, my taint from the sunshine of the great burning ball of gas in the sky.
Sick.
Listen, dude, whatever. That would be fun for me to do, and I will start New Year's resolution. I'll start doing it.
Sick. That's going to be all time. Do you think that if you did more than 5 taint tans in a week, that you would just explode into, like, spirits and you were just around your people you love for the rest of your life but never in person?
I hope so, dude, because have you ever been trapped inside of a prison that is your own mind?
Living there, brother.
Yeah,
we're fighting that fight every day, doggy. Shoo.
I spend a lot of time trapped in the prison of my own mind. And sometimes I get out of it and I stop thinking for a second and I go, look at that, B-Train. You can just be. It's right in your name. It's the first letter of, it's what we call you, B-Train, because you're supposed
it's
to
all it
be.
takes, brother.
Do you ever see that guy that talked about 55th Street a lot on the internet?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
that's all hood, cuh.
Okay, you know him. I was thinking if I started
God damn it, I'm trying to remember his name now.
Mark, it's
C-Mac.
C-Mac. Yeah, there you go. I should start talking, like, with B and everything. Like, hey, wait for B instead of wait for me. Or like, are you listening to B?
Dude, that's all time. I think you should do that for sure.
I'm going to start trying. It's tough. I also don't talk to many people very often.
That's fair. It'll be funny when you do it, though.
Yeah. It'll kind of be weird if it's just the cashier at the gas station.
Yeah. She'll get it, though. Or she won't. Fuck it. Do you think that C-Mac's walking around wondering what the cashier thought about how he talks?
No, dude, he's just being him.
He ain't got time for it. He's on 55th Street
C-Mac
on
is
hood,
the man, dude. C-Mac is the man. Dude, I said something the other day that ruined the vibe at the checkout at the Texan at the gas station.
Oh no.
The lady looks at my ID and she's done this before. She goes, "Idaho. Oh, you're my neighbor, my old neighbors." And I thought that she lived in Western Idaho last time I was in there, and she brought this up. So I said, "Oh, are you Nampa? You from Nampa?" And then she looks up. She's been so happy and nice this whole time. And she goes, "No, Oregon." And then didn't say a word to me the rest of the time. I wrongly guessed where she was from and just destroyed the vibe, dude. And that's a fragile vibe. I'm not taking all the blame. That's a fragile vibe.
Yeah, shit. She can eat shit, dude. Oregon, that's even worse. You go fuck yourself, lady. I didn't want to have a good conversation with you.
I know. It was going nowhere anyway. Obviously, dude.
Sick. Do you think she's pregnant? Mm-mm. Do you think she knows who the dad is?
No. Dude.
No to both or just no to the dad?
No, she doesn't. She doesn't know who the dad is because she's not pregnant, I think.
Oh, that's fair. And if she was, she wouldn't know who the dad is because she has shitty conversations with people.
Yeah. So on the way home from the beach today, I purchased an extra large pepperoni pizza just for myself.
Sick, dude.
Ate half of it as soon as I got home.
Oh, you already been on it, huh?
I ate half of it. I'll eat the other half a little later on. I'm pretty
sick,
proud
dude.
of myself for that, honestly. It was $14.
That'll be all time. That's kind of expensive for a pizza, isn't it?
It's
Oh, was
extra
it
large.
cooked or you got to put in the...
It's cooked. It's extra large.
Okay.
Domino's, dude. Carry out.
Sick, you avoided that delivery charge, huh?
You already know. I was passing them on the way home from the beach, dude. 1811 Pico Boulevard on the way to the beach. Get that hitter. Do you know that?
Gray Block Pizza?
Yeah, dude. Gray Block Pizza. Get that hitter. I've been
Fuck
saying
yeah.
that for months. And every time Katie goes, what the fuck are you saying? I say, 1811 Pico Boulevard on the way to the beach. Gray Block Pizza. Get that hitter. What are you talking about? And that just rings in my brain forever, dude, because all the Theo
Dude, that's
Von I
fucking
listened
all
to as a
time.
young man.
That's kind of a compliment to fucking Domino's, too.
True. What? That they're on the way to the beach?
Well, no, that you're even comparing them to the Gray Block
Mm.
jingle.
Sure, but I mean, it's on the way to the beach. So
Yeah, it is,
say
too.
it. If you say on the way to the beach, you want to say 1811 Pico Boulevard, dude.
I fucking love that.
In Los Angeles. Anyway, I don't know what else is going on, dude.
Sick. I think you're kind of spiraling. I love it. You just keep rounding back to, oh, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. I think everything's going just fine, and you're just kind of a little upstairs.
Yeah, I'm going to spin out probably. I'm not done spinning out, for like my whole life.
It's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. The sooner you
7,
make
8.
friends with who you are, the easier life gets.
Yeah, I got 700-800 more spin outs left. Dude, I don't know how to talk to the different parts inside of me that are my fears and insecurities and pain and stuff. I don't know how to, address them and say, hey, what are you trying to protect me from? Why are you doing this to me? I don't know how to, identify and talk to that part. So that's what I've been working on.
That's fair. I don't think I know how either. What I like to do is just talk to myself in a manner that I would like to be talked to. Like, hey, just all the things that are going good. Everything's great. We got money in the bank. Bills are paid. Kids are good. Nice truck, nice bike. Everything's good. So fucking chill on all that being worried about the shit we don't know about.
True.
I did that to myself yesterday driving home in my truck from the gym.
I'm so good at talking to other people that way. And sometimes, a lot of times, I do not talk to myself that way, dude.
That's fair. Well, I realized this time home, I just kind of spin out because once I get home, I don't talk to anyone. I don't go do anything. I just get home and dad the kids, and then I just don't talk all day, and I'm just in my head all day, and then it's like, oh, get me.
That's what I realized when I went across the country and lived by myself on the beach in a retirement community.
Let's see.
I'm in my head a lot. But honestly, it's not bad up there. It just can get repetitive.
You're going to need to find you a single gilf in the area. Just wear her out.
A granny? A granny.
Yeah, just a granny. Just, hey, in the morning, biscuits and gravy. Leave me alone all day. I'll stop over for a chicken fried steak.
I don't want.
Sometimes you can blow me. I don't know.
I don't want to riff on and title this podcast Tranny Granny, but if I found myself a Tranny Granny, dude.
That'd be all time.
That's what you want because it's everything you want in a lady. She's old, she's wise, she's in touch with her anima, but then also the common sense, the wisdom, the bare bones of a man,
Yeah.
The bare bones of
Hopefully the bare bones been removed, my guy. You don't want that lingering around. But I think, dude, so that's a great
I might
question.
start sniffing me out.
How long do they have to be a woman for before we don't care that they were a man when it started?
Honestly, a month.
Dude, quick, huh? As soon as it's wet and usable, cool.
No, I'm not that way, but I just mean as far as person to person, I just go, all right, well, is it you just did this last week? I'll sit back. I'll wait and see what happens. But a month goes by, I go, all right, guess you're a chick now. What's up, girl?
What up, shoddy?
Yeah. Unfortunately, because you identify as a woman, I'm not going to be able to suck your dick anymore because I'm not fucking like that. But
yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'll throw up. Stop.
Yeah, dude. Back when you were Michael and not Michelle, you know that I'd fucking get down on that for you, but...
Now you're out here playing games, and I ain't about that life.
Yeah,
bitch.
I can't keep up. Sorry, dude. I hate that I'm talking about sucking tranny dicks and stuff, but...
I think it's the coolest thing you've done in a long time. That's funny as fuck. That's comedy, dude.
It really is. It's a comedy podcast, and I listened to our old episodes and went, it is a comedy podcast. Don't lose that spark, little B train. This little light of mine, dude.
I love how you talk to yourself like you're just this sweet little thing. Don't lose sight of that
And
little bee train. It's going to be fun.
I am just a tiny little fucking. What did you say? You know when birds come out of the shell and they're still like freaking alienish?
Uh-huh.
That's the bee train, dude. I'm still freaking chirping about, like, trying to get this shit squared away, but I think I'll be ready to be kicked out of the nest in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, that's what you went to Texas for. You went to spread your wings.
I did fly the coop.
You're doing it.
I flew the coop, dude.
And you're going to be flying back in strong as fuck.
I can't wait. I can't wait for Mason to visit. I need other friends to come visit me too, dude. I need to fill my schedule up.
Sick. If I didn't only have a week off a month to see my kids, I'd be out there, boy.
I know. I'm trying to think if I have any other friends, but...
Flights are cheap. The week me and Tyler are out there together, you could fly to fucking Belfield and just get fucking fucked up for a week and then fly back out to Texas.
God dang, dude. That'd be nice. If I get to a real low point, I might have to make a stop in North Dakota.
You should. You can hang out with Ringo and Doc for a day and then go, shit, I'm ready to go back to Texas.
Forgot, I fucking hate it here. Ringo sucks. The other thing I got to do is get ordained as a minister.
It's
so
easy.
that I can... Yeah, I know. I just got to get it done so I can do a ceremony. In this
Can I tell you about how easy my experience was with getting ordained as a minister?
Yeah.
I clicked how to get ordained as a minister is what I punched into YouTube. Mm-hmm. And then the first thing that popped up was the Online Church of God. And it said, become ordained as a minister in these easy 3 steps.
Did you follow all 3?
I clicked. Step 1, name, date of birth. Step 2, information, debit card number. Step 3, congratulations by the power vested in me from the Online Church of God. I can marry whoever I want, dude.
That's funny as fudge, huh? Okay,
That's
well,
sick too.
That's good. Maybe I'll be able to get to that this week if I don't take too many half days.
Yeah, it's sick. Hey, we'll be at that wedding together. That's going to be all time.
You and I are going to... Oh, my gosh, dude. Wedding crashers?
Yeah, bro. I have a little flask out in my pickup that says groomsman, Yancey, ?
That's so cool. It's got a question mark on it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's how Braden asked us to be in his line.
Oh, okay. It was, will you be my groomsman? That's why the question mark. I thought it was like, I'm up in the air, you're an alternate right now. If somebody falls ill, you can take that question mark off and hop in the line.
Dude, I wouldn't even mind that. I'd play third string groomsman.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. It's like, hey, those 2 guys are your size. If the first one fails in the second, you got to put that tux on and you got to get the fuck out here.
You just ride the bench as a groomsman?
Yeah, I'd be like, you got to understand, if I'm third string, I'm drinking beer the whole day. So... Now, what time you put me in the game is going to be on you for how I perform.
You don't want to have to tag me in at 8:30. I'm no good to anybody after 7.
You ain't shit. I'm going to ruin things, and that's on you.
I fired up a new television show all by my lonesome. It's another one of them. Braden Anderson just Snapchatted me. Do you think he knows that we're freaking talking about him? That was crazy. So anyway.
He didn't snap me, so fuck him.
New television show, a reality show, if you can believe it. And it's called Married at First Sight. And it's an arranged marriage thing. It's a lot of Christian people. And they're just like 28 and just like kind of fucked up, like me. There's a 38-year-old guy on there, but, they're like 25 to 35. And they get these arranged marriages, and then they show up at the altar, and they say, holy fuck, I do. And then they're going to live together for like 8 weeks and see if they want to keep being married.
Sick.
So I just got past all the weddings, and I had to freaking skip through all the girls looking for their wedding dress because fucking yawn. But now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, dude. And these guys are nuts. It's fucking nuts, dude. It gives me a lot of grace for myself on like a first date because
do you think when they do these shows that they're legally married from that day? Like there's a marriage certificate and it's like, hey,
they get married for real, according to the show.
Because I could do like a fake married at first sight.
No, but
I could do the real thing. There's no way. That gives me anxiety. There's no way ever I could do that unless she had a bunch of tattoos and was like mentally unstable and hot as fuck. I'd be like,
well, keep this in mind.
I never wanted.
these couples that are being hooked up by experts. So there's like a pastor and a sociologist and relationship experts, whatever the hell that means. And so they say, we paired these 2 up
to
get married. Yeah, it's bad, dude. They go, we paired these 2 up to get married because this person doesn't leave his house very often, and this gal says that she parties every single weekend and needs a partner that's good with it. So I think that she'll pull him out of his shell and he'll slow her down a bit. And it's like, you guys are just putting a little pot of disaster together, dude, and stirring it up.
It's reality TV, brother. That's all they've ever wanted.
It's crazy. This gal goes on reality TV to get married to somebody she's never seen before. And her number one thing is, like, he's got to be cool with drinking. I go out, like, a lot. I really like to drink and party with my friends. I like to have a good time. He's got to be cool. And maybe that's how I was just 2 years ago. But also, if you're getting married, you got to be able to go, the number one thing in my life is not going to be going out on the weekends and drinking now. Or it is. I don't know, dude, but it seems pretty crazy to me.
You know what you got me on that's got me a little fucked up? Jersey Shore.
Yes, you dove in. What are we thinking? I didn't know if
I'm
at
like
it.
3 or 4 episodes. I can't stop watching it.
Yes.
There's parts of it I hate, like when they call themselves Guidos or Guidettes. It's like, God,
dude, you're going to come around to it, though.
Stop.
You're going to freaking love it. Dude, what was I doing? Oh, we were doing keg stands on New Year's Eve, and as I was holding people upside down, pumping them full of beer, I was just screaming Pauly D references. I was just going, cabs are here, Jim Tanning Laundry, GTL, cabs are here, just filling people full of booze, dude.
That might be the coolest thing you've ever done.
Dude, Pauly D's the man. And as you watch every Jersey Shore forever, you go, he was always just the coolest cat. He showed up
too, but I got a question for you, and I think he still is to this day. But the question I'd ask is, you said that's what we need to find our JWoww. Yes. What qualities does she have that's your queen? Like, what are the things about her? And again, I'm only 3 or 4 episodes.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. And I don't know if I remember correctly, like, I don't know first season if she is fully our queen yet, but she matures, and throughout the series, you're going to go, holy shit. And I'll tell you what it is, dude. She's you in lady form. There's bullshit everywhere, all around her. It's a Jersey... Jesus Christ, dude. It's a Jersey Shore. So anyway, there's bullshit everywhere and drama. And that girl cuts right through it, and she fucking takes charge, and she says what's on her mind. And she'll, like, say what's on her mind and leave it there and give you the option to, like, hop on board or not. And then she just, like, won't fucking put up with it if you're not going to be respectful in certain ways. That's like her vibe. Her vibe is clear boundaries, knows how to set them, knows how to maintain them, and has a heart of gold. She's the fucking queen, dude. JWoww is my queen.
She's hot as fuck, dude. That second episode when she goes out in that yellow shirt that's like split completely down the center to her belly button. Holy shit!
Try watching that shit with your girlfriend and just going, wow, pretty dress. That's a nice dress.
That'd be one of those nights if she's like, would you cheat on me with her? I will fuck her in front of your parents. You fucking see her, dude. Jesus Christ! I'll ruin my life tomorrow for her.
Honestly, you might be JWoww, and I'm more of a Snooki character. Snooki's a little sensitive.
She is,
Snooki's, and I'm here on the. Well,
and you like men with flip flops, and that's kind of her vibe too.
She does, dude. She's so cute. She goes, "I just want a big jacked up meat head, just a juice head that's just a fucking Guido." And you go, cute, dude. She just wants a frickin' 5'8" frickin' stacked guy with slicked back hair, and she's not afraid to say it.
Yeah, not hard to find, man. She just needs to hang out a little less Guido, a little more Mexican communities. They're everywhere.
They are. Well, they're on the Jersey Shore, too. She went to the right place. And ultimately, she found one. I think she's still with the guy that she dates through, like, starting second season of that show.
No shit.
Yeah, her and Gianni. Gianni is, like, I think her husband and father of her children now.
Nice.
Dude, she's got a heart of gold. I love these people. I have formed a parasocial relationship with them. Do you know what that means?
What about the situation? Because sometimes he can get on my nerves.
Bruh. And then it becomes a big thing. It's so nuts, dude. It becomes a big thing. He's out of control. That guy's, like, not accessible. He's an NPC. He's fucked up. But then it becomes a big thing.
Situation, dude.
Eventually, when they're in Italy, he runs into the concrete wall head first out of anger and then, like, fucking passes himself out. And is like, what? Like, he's unhinged.
Who do you think that taught a lesson, huh?
I have no idea what. It's hilarious. And then he goes to rehab and shit, and turns out he's had a pill. He's been popping pills this whole time. And so then he does this higher than thou, mightier thing where he just pretends like, I'm reformed and changed. You guys are all still just drinking and being Jersey Shore partiers, but I fucking am above all this bullshit. And you go, you were the biggest asshole. If it wasn't for you, like, we wouldn't have four seasons of television. You cause drama at every turn. Don't pretend like you went to rehab, stop popping pills, and you're not a piece of shit anymore. But anyway, that's Mike the situation, dude.
Nice. So what about, who's that fucking
Ronnie?
jacked fucking gym dummy?
That's Ronnie, dude. And his deal is him and Sam get to dating, and then he becomes wildly, like, abusive, and she can't get out. It's honestly the saddest thing ever to watch. You watch, like, an abusive relationship kind of play out for 3 years on reality TV. She just keeps going back and keeps just fucking with him. Like, nobody's blameless at this point because they should have broke up 2 years ago, but they've been on TV, so maybe it's the producer's fault. But, like, she won't stop just spazzing on him. And then as soon as she spazzes on him, he loses his shit, gets drunk, goes to the club, makes out with 3 women at once, and then it's just chaos the whole time. It gets old. Sam and Ronnie fighting gets old. They don't stop, dude.
I'm excited to watch more of this shit.
I'm telling you, I've never experienced anything like the Jersey Shore except for life on the Gulf Shore, which I'm living right now.
You know what's kind of crazy to me is sometimes I'll have to shut shows off when they get, like, semi-awkward. And I think it's
Cringy,
because
yeah.
I relate. Like, I've been in those white trash situations.
Yeah.
Like, just unhealthy-ass shit that doesn't stop. I know a guy that took over his dad's hay farm out in Wapella that just, like... But she's there for it. She antagonizes him. And they just do the craziest fucked up shit. And it's like... I remember I think the last time I saw them, I was like 23. And I watched... She locked him out to be in his house with another guy. And he kicked the door open and then choke slammed her. And I was like... All right, guys. I'm going home. This doesn't work for me. I'm going to leave now.
I wonder if I gotta edit that out.
And everyone's screaming, is she gonna be okay? And she's like, stop, I love him. And I'm like, you fucking guys are fucking, I'm out.
That's
you guys
not
are
for me,
fucking
dude.
Nuts.
And, well, I'll tell you this, and that's a little more extreme, but as somebody that, like, I look at relationships like that, usually I can have, listen, all that domestic violence shit, miss me with that. But I can look at toxic relationships and be like, yo, I get it. Like, I get why he's spinning out, that this isn't his true self. Like, this is just, he's all fucked up. And I get why she's doing all this weird bullshit because she's spinning out and wants love too and is, just doesn't know what's going on. And I can usually look at it pretty sympathetic, but it's tough. I watched all that stuff with a lady, dude, and I realized
liberal lady.
Yeah, my sort of empathy for it is not the same as other people. They see it and they like to go, holy shit, and judge. I have a harder time doing that, obviously. I'm not freaking bragging. I'm not on my high horse. I'm just saying I can see a lot of the time when people are in fucked up relationships, it's like, yeah, you can end up there pretty easy.
That ain't no shit.
And everybody's been in at least one, I think. I don't know who hasn't been in one.
Yeah, I don't know anyone that's not.
Dude, I'm scared to death for my generation and people younger than me. Things are not looking good, bro. Like,
I don't think
people
things have ever looked
people
good
aren't having
since
kids. People
the
aren't having
30s or 40s.
Yeah, probably. But I mean,
I think we look back and find the good things to look at, but I think it's looked generationally the same for a long time. There's not a lot of great happening.
Yeah, but listen to this, dude. The faith we had in our institutions, the security we had, sort of throughout history, has been pretty good. Like, everybody was always like, America's a superpower. America's the land of opportunity. Things can't go wrong here. You know what I mean? And everybody had this hope and this fervor, and people were getting married, and they were having kids, and they were working. And, like, my generation can't hold down relationships. We got... Like, honestly, I think the telephones and the social media has fried our brains, dude. Like, our wires are all crossed and we don't know how to go about this. I also wonder if we're reaching a state of, like, collective consciousness where things are, like, too fucking much for everybody to handle at once. Anyway. What am I saying?
Anyways, all I can say about all that is I think it's the same thing we talked about last time. That... everything has been the same the whole time. We are just getting a bunch of coverage on it like you see it now. You think it's corrupt now? Imagine in the fucking 1920s.
No, but I'm
when
telling you, dude, things are
knew.
different. Like, young men are committing suicide at, like, unprecedented rates, and it's only going up. My generation is not getting or staying married. We're not having kids at a replacement rate. And there's, like, especially in fucking my age and younger, there's like a hopelessness in everybody's freaking hearts and minds about the world they live in. And I'm telling you, I don't think like 50 years ago and before that, I think just because life's so easy now, we have this hopelessness. I think people were busy, so they didn't have time to do all this hopelessness as much. But things are like vastly different now than they ever have been in the course of human history, and it's like kind of a scary difference.
For sure, and I agree with that. And I'm not saying you're wrong by any means. I'm just saying the way I look at it is we are in the middle of a change that we don't see what the outcome's going to be. We don't see where it ends from here. We're looking at a decade of weird-ass 2 decades of weird-ass fucking shit happening, and we don't know where it's going to end up. But I don't necessarily think that it's going to be any different than if you looked at it from the 40s to the 60s or from the 60s to the 80s. I think the change is constant. I think there's just people that are more conscious to it and pay attention to it, like yourself talking about being worried about the following generation.
Well, and the rate of change.
Then the retarded kids that are like, new iPhone, and they just don't give a fuck.
Kind of, but the rate, number one, the rate of change is increasing, so that's also like kind of a, it was a slower pace before, and now things change so fast.
Yeah, they didn't
and
have
that'll fry
iPhones,
people's brains. And secondly, I will say this, because I think we're agreeing, I'm just saying the problem's there. I have no doubt that it's very likely we'll chart a course forward, like as humanity, that's going to ultimately bring out the best in people, and we're going to be okay, and we're going to and love will win ultimately. But all that, like, we're still in a weird, strange, sad, scary spot, dude. With everybody my age, like nobody's. And I'm not just projecting because I don't have a job and I ran away to the beach to try and fucking sort shit out. Like this is, I'm like. I found this out when I went to the Zach Bryan concert and saw that everybody looks exactly like me. Like, I'm just a product of my fucking times and generation.
For sure.
More than I ever thought I was. I thought it was all unique and special, but I'm just doing everything people my age are doing.
That ain't no shit.
Isn't it wild?
It is. It's fucking nuts, dude. I don't have nearly as deep as a perspective on anything like that because I have so much more I don't give a fuck in me than you. Like, yeah. Like you could tell me, you could be like, oh my God, the world's over in 10 years. And you would probably be like, holy fuck, 10 years, what am I going to do that time? And I'd go, God damn, that's wild. And probably just keep doing the same shit until I couldn't do the same shit anymore.
Yeah, you do kind of. But you got a nice foundation under you, and that's probably a lot of why you keep walking.
Are you talking about my hips?
No, dude, but I told that guy that wrote the article on us, that wrote the article about our podcast, and I said... he's a man who's, he's a diesel mechanic, something, and he's spent years trying to outlive and outgrow his past. And then in parentheses, I said, literally, which was a fat joke. And then in the article, they said he outgrew his past literally. And
he's trying to outrun and outgrow his past quite literally. I laughed when I saw that. That was fucking funny.
So even their bullshit AI-generated article is funny because of fucking me, dude. So
they're welcome.
Okay. I was thinking, shit, me and Yancey have only been friends for like a year and a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to me.
Since November of 22.
Mm-hmm. Because all my other friends that I'm real close with, like you, I've been friends with them since I was a child. Yeah. So this is kind of new for me.
In your defense, we kind of act like children half the time, so.
This makes it easy on me.
Yeah.
Dude, and I'll tell you another thing. I'm so excited. First of all, it's been nice doing a podcast. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Like, subscribe, email us nexttimepod@gmail.com. Add me on Snapchat at BSquizzy. Fucking tell your friends about us.
I love that you did Snapchat, you dirty bitch.
I know, dude. I don't even know. It might
Someone feeling lonely, come up.
I don't know what my Snapchat is, but...
It's BSquizzy. You know exactly what it is. Don't play games.
It could be BSquizzle.
Oh, it might be Squizzle.
See? And welcome to my world, dude, where nothing's true and you never know what to believe. Listen.
That's fucking funny.
I'm trying to think of what retarded thing I was going to say. I was getting us off the podcast so I could say it because it was true. Oh, I'm excited to frickin'